Hey guys, eBay man David over here. I am in my so-called eBay museum with around 500 or 600 mostly sealed, completely brand new DVDs, and then over here around 1,000 or so sealed music CDs, still listing them on eBay. But what I want to go over with you today is a great experience I had about erasing negative feedback. So let me tell you my story. So last month, I sold a brand new pair of Fila sneakers on eBay to a guy out in Colorado. I wanted $40 plus 10 for shipping for the sneakers. They were brand new. I get a best offer of $30 plus my 10 for shipping. So I accept the guy's $30 for his best offer. I ship them out. I actually used FedEx because it tended to be actually a lot cheaper than the post office or UPS. So I FedExed them out. He got them, I believe, about 2 days later from my Connecticut to his state of Colorado. Heard nothing from him. And then about less than 2 weeks later, within my 14-day time frame to do a return, I just get from him, this was back on Labor Day, September 1st, I get from him a message that says, the skin of the sneakers is starting to fall apart. That's all that I get, nothing else. So I happened to be at the beach at that day with my two sons, and I figured, well, I'll respond back to the guy when I come back from the beach. So I log on to eBay, and I see that before I could even tell him, what's wrong with the sneakers, I'll give you a full refund, he went ahead and already gave me a negative. My first ever negative. And I've been on eBay for 25 years. Now, eBay is not my full-time employment. I have another job. Some of you know what my other occupation is. But I take eBay very seriously. And so this is basically a second job of mine. And I also pay my taxes on it with my net profit at the end. So I treat it legitimately as a business. And I wasn't happy about getting my first ever negative feedback. So I messaged him a few times, I think twice, and I said, I'm a bit upset that you gave me negative feedback. Tell me what's wrong with the sneakers. It looks like you already wore them. What he did is that for the negative feedback, he took pictures of the sneakers and he posted them with his negative feedback that the skin of the sneakers is starting to fall apart. When I looked at his pictures, it obviously he wore the sneakers, I would have to say, multiple times in that 2-week time frame that he owned them. And but I was willing to refund him back his money, and I wasn't even going to ask for the sneakers to come back. So I figured, it's $30. He spent 10 shipping, $40. So I said to him through a message, I was like, let me refund you the $40 for the sneakers. Sorry about that. I sold them to you brand new. I didn't see any defects on the sneakers. So I refunded him the $40. Didn't hear back from him. I went on eBay to look for a way to remove feedback, and I saw that you can request a buyer to revise their feedback. So I filled that out and I sent that to eBay, and then eBay's response, automated response, was that he would have until September 11th of all days, right, 9/11, to respond about revising the feedback. So I let him know that I sent a request for feedback and didn't hear from the guy. And now I'm thinking, you know what? I think that this guy completely scammed me. Now he's got a brand new pair of sneakers that he already wore, and I also refunded him back the $40. So now, with me being pretty much a little investigator, of course, I have his name and I have his address. So I dug deep, and man, what I found out about this guy. Not your model citizen from Colorado. This guy was arrested multiple times, 4 arrest warrants in different counties of Colorado. He's done burglary, robbery. He has been in several police chases. He's been in several assaults and batteries. I'm even surprised the guy was even out on bail, but supposedly he is, and he bought these pair of sneakers from me. I'm thinking to myself, I'm never going to hear from this guy. So I call up eBay, and I get this one guy, nice guy on the phone, and I tell him my story, and he goes, well, let me see if I can do anything about getting rid of that feedback for you, because I felt like it's undeserving. You know, I have 100%. I treat all my customers the same. I ship out my stuff sometimes the same day that you buy it from me. If not, it would be shipped out like the very next day. So I'm very quick in shipping. Anyway, that eBay guy was not helpful. He declined my request to revise my feedback. What he did is that he only looked at the pictures of this guy from Colorado. He didn't look at my actual listing of my pictures. So that wasn't good enough for me. So I sent eBay an email asking them to strike out the negative feedback. And about a day later, I heard from them and they would not do so. So now I'm thinking to myself, wow, you know, I mean, it's only one negative, but I don't want it on there. I mean, I have a perfect track record. So I wasn't going to stop. I'm a very persistent guy, as you can probably find out now in this video. So I called up eBay. I went on to the help button, and I asked for a rep to call me, and I got this really nice lady on the phone. I explained to her my full story and told her, please look at the pictures of my actual listing. Please don't look at the pictures of what this guy posted, because he wore them and he probably damaged the sneakers himself. So within about 10 minutes, I waited on the phone, and then she says to me the miraculous words of, I'm going to erase your feedback, but just please know that eBay does not do this all the time. But you've been a valued seller for 25 years, and I can see that you have a high rating with your customers. And I'm going to erase it, but just know that it may not happen if you ever get one of these again. So in any event, it turned out to be a happy event. Within a matter of about an hour, I saw the negative feedback get erased. And I thank eBay for doing that for me. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to sell on eBay. I'm no longer on Amazon, but I'm on eBay. And I'm also on Etsy as well, too. I sell my perler art on there. But if you wish to follow me on eBay, I'm known as Treasures in My Home. I have over 2,500 listings on there. I list stuff. My father lists stuff, and also one of my sons, Sean, he lists stuff as well too. So we got 3 people, including myself, listing things on a regular basis. And if you want to check out my Etsy store, where I sell handmade perler art, it's called Perler Art by David. Thanks for watching, guys.